digitized DNA, the 0 and 1 representation of the genomic sequence of an individual, is the mark of the beast. How does that come about? Well, you know the answer to that. You have your PhDs. The mark of the beast is the alteration of human DNA. The alteration being the ordering of genes and the ordering of base pair nucleotides that operate as the foundation for genes. Genes govern the design, growth, development, actions of cells in the body. Again, you're all familiar with this, but the fine point I really want you to be able to take away from this tonight is the mark of the beast is a sequence of genomic information, sequence of genes, if you really want to pare it down. What this means going forward under the Antichrist is that the genetic digital ID means that an individual's DNA will be sampled, will then be sequenced, and the purpose of sequencing is to determine the synthetic alteration to a person's DNA. I'll put it differently. The examination of a person's genomic sequence to determine if that sequence meets the approval of the Antichrist beast system. When I say meets the approval, it is proven through the sequencing of the DNA that that DNA has undergone a synthetic, that's the operative word, has undergone a synthetic alteration to God's original design. We would call it our name. Do we have our original name in our DNA, in the sequence of our DNA, or do we have an altered, a synthetic name because of the synthetic alteration of the ordering of the genes and base pair nucleotides? So we're going to talk about crypto because crypto built out this infrastructure system. We're going to look at stable coins just as a quick review. But as we do this review and I read these excerpts and I talk about cryptography and I talk about Shor's algorithm and RSA encryption and quantum computing, quantum annealing computing from D-Wave and quantum gate model quantum computing from D-Wave, understand that all of these are the tools that will be applied at the very beginning in the discussion of accessing the beast system under the Antichrist. This is really blowing out in technological specifics for you what it means in Scripture to say that no man may buy or sell save he who has taken the mark of the beast. This is applying the technologies to fill in what Scripture is saying at a very high level. Access to the beast system begins with the mark of the beast, which means the examination of the sequence of DNA in an individual. If that sequence meets the approval of the beast system, then they have access to buy and sell. If it is the original God-given sequence, the original name of an individual, then they are not allowed to buy or sell in the beast system of the Antichrist. We're right on top of it.